The Sridei Rabbi Yaakov Weinberg, asks a significant question concerning the mitzvot connected to Purim. He asked the question, which is found in many Achronim, he asked the question, why is there no bracha to go with the mitzvah of Mishloach Manot, of giving food gifts to friends on Purim, to other Jews on Purim? And he says, and the classic answer in terms of tzedakah, for example, why is there no bracha to go with the mitzvah tzedakah? So the classic answer of the Rashba is that any mitzvah that necessitates the involvement of another person, there's no bracha on, because you need that other person to be involved to make a mitzvah. For example, in tzedakah, you can give it to the poor person, but that's not the mitzvah. It's when the poor person accepts it, that's when it becomes tzedakah, and that's when the mitzvah exists. So you can never say a bracha before you do the action, because the poor person may not accept it. So therefore, the Rashba says that's why you can't say a bracha. Okay, or that's the general understanding of the Rashba. So Sridei says, but that doesn't apply to Mishloach Manot, because with Mishloach Manot, you fulfill the mitzvah with sending it. You don't need the Kabbalah by the other person. The sending is enough, according to the Ramah. The fact is, though, so why is there no bracha? So he gives a few different answers, but he says one answer that's absolutely fascinating in terms of Jewish thought. He says, because what's the essence of a bracha? A bracha has in it Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvotav, that you sanctify us with your commandments, v'tzivanu, and commanded us. The essence of a bracha is saying, I'm doing this because I am commanded, and that is reflected in the machlokas of whether a woman should say a bracha, mitzvah seishos man grama, if time-oriented commandments, should a woman say a bracha or not? Let's say when a woman picks up a lulav and esrog, Ashkenazim, women in the Ashkenazic world do say a bracha, but women in the Sephardic world do not say a bracha, because they were not absolutely commanded. So the Sridei says that the essence of a bracha is that I am commanded. He says, but you know something? In Mishloach Manot, it's not enough to do it because you're commanded. The whole purpose of Mishloach Manot is to develop reyus and ahava, develop a communal feeling. This is the idea of the Chasam Sofer. Develop a communal feeling of friendship, of togetherness. And the Sridei says, and that feeling of friendship and togetherness only comes about when the giving comes from friendship and togetherness. The emotions of caring, of love, of connection, that has to be part of the mitzvah of Mishloach Manot. It's not enough to do the mitzvah because God commanded us. The mitzvah has to be done because we want to express our friendship, our feelings towards other Jews. And what the Sridei is really doing is defining a different type of command. And the point is, he's really referring to the Rambam's concept that the Rambam says in the Shmona Prokim. There's certain commanding which we don't know the reasons for. Chukim. Don't know the reasons for. The reason we do it because God told us. Why do we not eat pork? God told us not to eat pork. That's it. I don't know. I don't have any other reason because God said it. But there's other mitzvah. We were supposed to develop the ethical consciousness that goes with the mitzvah. Why don't we steal? Because we're supposed to feel that there's a value in honesty. And it's wrong to steal. So what does that say in terms of a mitzvah? That God is telling us through His command that I'm also telling you that you have to develop this ethic, this feeling, this idea that goes with the command. The mitzvah Mishloach Manot, it's not just the idea of giving a gift and not really caring about it. The command of Mishloach Manot is develop those feelings of connection, of closeness with other Jews, and show it by giving gifts. But if you give a gift without that feeling of reyus, of friendship and togetherness, of trying to reach out and connect, then you have not done the mitzvah in a full manner. That's what the Sridei is saying. That's why you can't just say v'tzivanu, because the bracha points out to the fact that I'm doing this act because God commanded me. No, with Mishloach Manot, why do we say a bracha? Because we're supposed to also want to do the act because we feel for our fellow Jews. We want to connect. It comes from ourselves as well.